slides. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my story and how I came about to be where I am. So it all started in primary school. I had teachers coming up to me asking me how to use the computers. So they would pull me aside and say, hey, can you help us? We can't get this computer to work, or we can't get that computer to work. And in primary school, we didn't have a lot of computers. So it was very exciting for me to be able to help out and put my knowledge to good use. And then progressed to secondary school, and my hacking skills developed considerably. So I was pulled aside at one stage and told that because of what I had access to and what I'd been able to access to, the IT department would like me to sit in one chair outside of their office so that they could keep an eye on me. And all the teachers in the school were told not to, told to let the IT department know if they saw me on any computers. So it was a very entertaining time in secondary school, and I ended up helping the IT department quite a bit in working out where the vulnerabilities were within their network, because I was able to get through and access school records that they didn't necessarily want accessed. So it was quite a fun time for me again. Then I'm moving into the corporate world. So I got a job with Amcor and helped on their help desk to start off with. And that's sort of where my career grew. And I worked for companies like Siemens Business Services and Hewlett Packard and Paperlinks in their IT department all around the country. And really it was a passion of mine. It still is a passion of mine from a technology point of view. And I really enjoy it. And that's where I'm able to add a lot of value, because it is a passion. I'm okay to do the hard yards when it comes to IT. And I met my current wife at Paperlinks, and I say current wife, it's a bit of a joke. My best man at our wedding said that if he did a good job at the wedding, he could be best man at my next wedding. So it was we had a bit of a chuckle over that. As you can imagine, not everyone had a laugh. While I was working for corporate, I found that a lot of the directors of these larger companies and the higher management would get me to come around to their houses and help out. They needed computers fixed and printers installed and that sort of thing. And they used to pay me with alcohol. So I'd get bottles of Jim Beam and bottles of Jack Daniels and champagne and all sorts of various gifts for doing this sort of work. But what I eventually thought of is that I could actually make money rather than getting paid with alcohol. So I'm not sure who's read the E-Myth, but it was my entrepreneurial seizure that I had, and decided that I could probably do things better than Hewlett Packard and some of the other companies that I worked for, given the experience that I'd obtained. And I went out and started my own business. And I started my business called Bomford Technology. And I used to subcontract to a friend of mine, and his business was Right Click IT. And I worked for a little while there, and we worked together and developed our skills and really started to get the business off the ground. And we worked for free for the first year just to try and get everything running. And what we found is that we worked really well together. So we merged the businesses, and it is the business that you know today as Right Click IT. And the whole aim that I've had, and the whole goal for my clients, is to create the best possible solution. And being a business owner, I understand the limitations that come with running a business, and that is cash flow management and budgeting, what will work and what won't work, what will add value to the business and what won't add value to the business. And I put that hat on whenever I go and see clients to talk about solutions that we can put in place. So what we do is infrastructure. So infrastructure is really, really boring. It's almost, I won't say as boring as accounting, because the thing is that the people in those industries love that sort of thing. So the people in IT, I love this sort of thing. So I love infrastructure, putting stuff together, making stuff work, making it secure, watching it benefit businesses. And so these systems that I've got on the screen here are the systems that we do, the things that we do. So email systems, file systems, network servers, cloud and IT security, moving businesses to better systems and that sort of thing. So I won't go into detail of these because they're relatively self-explanatory. The email systems we work with are usually G Suite, which is the Google side of things, and Office 365, which is the Microsoft side of things. And we really work together with those systems to make them really, really secure and work really well for businesses. So I won't go into too much detail there. Paul, it's 6 minutes, isn't it? So we've got bread and butter, cream and dream. So for those of you who are not on Windows 10 yet, you need to be on Windows 10. The previous operating systems are outdated. And so I'm happy to help out with a lot of solo entrepreneurs, businesses of up to 3 to 5 employees to move to better systems there. So they're the bread and butter side of things. Cream, 10 plus employees, and the dream are 40 plus employees. And the reason we look at employees is with a thing called headcount. So we look at the total headcount, whether it's permanent, part-time, full-time employees, etc. And we work out how much effort and how much work we're going to need to put in for those. That's pretty much it for me. I think I'm over by 30 seconds, so I appreciate everything. And if you have any questions, don't ask me. I'm not Google. Google is your friend, and Google can answer a lot of the questions. No, just kidding. Of course, organise a one-to-one with me, organise a meeting with me, and I would love to talk more about your business and how IT can streamline and make it more productive. Oh, there's my door prize, Paul.